Hi everyone, this is Cynthia from Shine Coaching, and if you're enjoying our content about mental health for parents, teenagers, and young adults, subscribe our channel and follow our content in social media. So today I'm going to talk about why your teen only notices the bad stuff. Does it ever feel for you that your teenager is a professional in finding a cloud in every silver lining? You could have a great day, but your teenager will fixate onto that person that maybe look at them weird, or that one thing that you said that they did not like. And I know that from a parent's point of view, it can feel like they're being so negative or even ungrateful. But I promise you that it is not a personality trait. Your teen is stuck into a biological safety scan. Their internal bodyguard has learned to be so highly tuned into finding triggers that completely lost its ability to look for glimmers. Glimmers are the opposite of triggers. Those are those tiny moments that actually make us feel safe, connected, and happy. So let's talk about the science. What is happening behind the scenes? Evolutionarily, we are wired to detect danger. This is how our ancestors were able to survive being eaten by tigers, for example. The problem is, for a teen with a highly sensitive autonomic nervous system, everything looks like a tiger. The brain starts keeping this long trigger resume list. Every moment that you feel judged, that you feel like this weird look, that you feel failed or even overwhelmed. When that resume, when that list gets too long, your body, your teenager's body, will be on a constantly state of survival mode. The problem is that they will stop looking for joy because joy feels unpredictable, feels unsafe. So to shift them back into the green zone, we have to manually train their brain to look for glimmers. And the glimmers are not like huge life-changing events, are those 1% tiny moments of micro-safety. Guys, we're not talking here about toxic positivity or looking at the bright side of life. We're talking about biological training. So how does this work? So first, define it with your teen. Tell your teen what a glimmer is. A glimmer is this tiny whisper of okayness and can be just the taste of a candy, like the feeling of cold air, or maybe their favorite food, for example. And then establish the 10-second rule. Once they find a glimmer, they have to stay with this feeling for at least 10 seconds. This 10 seconds pause is actually what updates their safety resume. And the third step, write it down. So look for what will work for your family. Maybe create a list on your fridge or maybe a shared notepad on your phone. So every time you find a glimmer, write it down, because then you have the evidence for your nervous system that you were actually safe. You are building a database that proves to their bodyguards that the world is not 100% dangerous. We know that one glimmer will not fix a bad week, but a collection of glimmers will change a nervous system over time. So we are moving from survival to safety. Let's help our teenagers to find their light so they can shine again. If you want more family hacks, follow Shine on the social medias, and thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.